This is JTW with JTW's Reactions, and we're back again with another video. In this video, prepare to be amazed as we unravel the illusion and reality of Hollywood, unveiling the shadows. Get ready for a mesmerizing journey into the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, the land of fame, fortune, and bright lights. But remember, all that glitters is not gold. We're going to shine a spotlight on the darker side of Tinseltown, a side often concealed behind the glittering facade. The allure of Hollywood can be intoxicating, yet beneath this radiant exterior lurks a reality that can be quite sobering. So come along as we dive deep into this intriguing world of Hollywood, unmasking the illusions and unveiling the shadows. It's time to look beyond the silver screen and discover what truly lies beneath. From the red carpet premieres to the iconic Hollywood sign, this city has captivated millions with its allure. It's a place where stars are born and aspiring actors chase their wildest dreams. But what makes Hollywood truly magical? It's the timeless allure of the silver screen, where stories come to life and emotions are shared with audiences around the world. Behind the scenes, talented artists work tirelessly to create unforgettable moments. From makeup artists sculpting masterpieces to costume designers weaving tales through fabric, every detail adds to the allure of Hollywood. And let's not forget the breathtaking scenery. From bustling cityscapes to enchanting beaches, Hollywood is a tapestry of diverse landscapes that serve as the backdrop to extraordinary tales. In this first clip, we're going to hear an interview that Dave Chappelle did back in 2008 on Inside the Actor's Studio with James Lipton. He's going to talk about some advice that his father gave him, but he's also going to talk about the environment in Hollywood. So let's listen to what he has to say.
They had my dad come and talk to me, and my dad takes me outside and he's like, listen, and this is some advice that applies to all you acting students. He says, to be an actor is a lonely life. Everybody wants to make it, and you might not make it. And I said to my dad, well, that depends on what making it is, Dad. He was a smart ass kid. Yeah. It depends on what making it is, Dad. He says, what do you mean? I said, well, you're a teacher. I said, if I could make a teacher salary doing comedy, I think that's better than being a teacher. And he started laughing. He said, if you keep that attitude, I think you should go. He said, but name your price in the beginning. If it ever gets more expensive than the price you named, get out of there. Mm-hmm. Thus, Africa.
So when Dave said, thus Africa, he's referring to when Comedy Central offered him $50 million for the Dave Chappelle show. And with that money came a lot of stuff way beyond the price that he named. So as a result, he left and went to Africa.
You know, like, you guys are students now, so you're idealists, but you don't know about where art and corporate interests meet yet. Just prepare to have your heart broken. Like, in a way, you see him laughing, that evil laugh? Because he knows, man, and everybody laughs at me, but just get your Africa tickets ready, baby, because it's coming. It's coming. You have no idea.
Now you hear that? He's telling them to prepare to have your hearts broken and to get your Africa tickets ready, because he knows what goes on in Hollywood. It's not all the glitz and glamour that people outside want to believe. There's another side to Hollywood than what they see on TV or on the big screen. So he's just letting them know in advance to be prepared.
When Martin Lawrence was in that chair, we talked about Blue Streak.
I love that dude.
He played a role in your life, I believe. How do you feel about him as a person, as an artist?
Martin Lawrence is the guy that showed everybody you can make it from D.C. to Hollywood. And I had a personal stake in his success. Every time he did something, it made me feel inspired and really good. And he was always real nice to me. He'd sit me down, what's going on with you, baby boy? What? We'd talk about comedy, whatever. And, you know, when we did Blue Streak, we were promoting it, and Martin had a stroke. He almost died. And then after that, I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, Martin, are you okay? And he said, I got the best sleep I ever got in my life. That's how tough he is. So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Did you all hear what he just said? He said that maybe the environment is a little sick. So he's telling you that something sick, weird, strange, whatever the situation is, something that's not right is going on in Hollywood. So we're going to shed some light on it and find out what's going on. Kanye West came out and exposed some things about the elite and what they do to control people. Let's hear what he has to say.
Kanye talked about the price celebs have to pay when they dare to speak out on the evil society that runs Hollywood. Kanye pointed out that a lot of celebrities lost their loved ones when they became famous, and he claimed that his own mother, Donda, was sacrificed.
Mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
They can't, they try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize
They
you.
can't control you. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
No,
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Right.
It's up.
And what's also bizarre is that Kanye recently exposed celebrity personal trainer Harley Pasternak for being a Hollywood handler, and Harley is reportedly close to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Kanye shared a text he received from Harley in which Harley gave him two options to either sit down with him and have an open conversation or be forced into a mental institution. And what's even more disturbing than Harley threatening Kanye to turn him into a zombie is the fact that he may have already tried this once before. Back in 2016, it was reported that Kanye suffered some kind of episode and was placed on an involuntary psychiatric hold. But get this, the incident happened at Harley Pasternak's house, and it was apparently Harley who called the ambulance and claimed Kanye was acting erratic. And despite the fact that the responders found Kanye completely calm when they arrived on the scene, they still handcuffed him to a gurney and took him to the hospital. And in case you're wondering why would a celebrity personal trainer try to institutionalize one of their clients, well, here's where the story gets even more bizarre. One Twitter user recently did some digging on Harley and found out that before he worked as a personal trainer, Harley was employed by the Canadian Department of National Defense and worked in a military facility where they conduct research into psychological operations for the purpose of controlling human behavior. And what's also very strange is the fact that as soon as this Twitter thread about Harley went viral, someone edited Harley's official Wikipedia page and removed the section about his past employment, as well as his list of celebrity clients. But we already know that Harley had a connection to Beyonce and Jay-Z because he previously bragged about designing a gym for their rental home. As you can see, there are so many strange coincidences about Beyonce and the Illuminati, and many fans are now saying that we shouldn't be so quick to dismiss this as another conspiracy theory, especially since there are a lot of conspiracy theories that prove to be true.
Now, it is said once you move up to a certain point within the entertainment industry or even the government, Then you're introduced to certain things, and when you're introduced to those things, you have to take a vow of silence to never talk about these things. And a lot of times, they put these things right in front of our faces, as you see here. So, as you look at the pictures, why are all these entertainers, even government officials, have their fingers over their mouth? It is said that once they have taken the vow of silence, they are to never talk about things that they have seen or done, or else there can be serious consequences against them. Now here's an interview with Chaka Khan on the Piers Morgan Show as they discuss Whitney Houston, the industry, and the night she passed away.
Agree about what's happened here. The blame game has begun. A lot of people want to blame Bobby Brown. A lot of people want to blame the music business. A lot of people want to blame everyone. What do you think?
Well, it's all of the above and a whole lot more, but it boils down to you. I was introduced to certain people and to certain opportunities to use recreational drugs, and it boils down to whether I want to do it or not. And she was a strong-willed, strong-minded girl. And I can't say that's all anybody's fault, but...
Would she have gone down that route, do you think, without Bobby Brown in her life?
Well, if it would not him, somebody else. If she wants to get high, if you want to get high, you're going to get high.
And do you think she had that tendency anyway?
I think that we all, as artists, because we're highly sensitive people, and this machine around us, this so-called music industry, is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives and their essences, and at the drop of a dime.
And how did you feel when you heard that Sony, I think it was back in the UK, had jacked the prices up of Whitney's album?
It reminds me
within an hour or so of her dying.
Yeah, that reminds me of the time I had a manager once that said to me, you're worth more money dead than alive. Okay, so I am just, by the grace of God, stand I here, because I could have easily, because of a lot of pressure from the label I was with at the time. I went through a really, really rough time. Where I didn't want to go outside, didn't want to be seen, didn't want to be around. I really didn't.
Let me ask you a specific question. You were, I think, going to go to the Clive Davis party.
Yes.
It was a surreal event where Whitney's body was still in the hotel, and there was this sort of party where apparently half the room were in tears, the other half were kind of partying. What did you feel about that?
I thought that was complete insanity. And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on. She was the kind of woman that would say, stop everything. I'm not going to be there. I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously, and whose life had been affected by her, so they were like, I don't understand how that party went
I
on.
had Clive Davis by pure chance in here on Friday night with Jennifer Hudson, and he obviously worshipped Whitney, and I think he must have gone through agony when he heard this news, knowing it was 2 or 3 hours till this event.
Right.
And I think he took the decision to turn it into a tribute to her. And I understand that. I mean, he obviously was wrestling with the right thing to do.
That would have been right if it really was a true tribute, and and a true tribute, might have been a truer, a more honest tribute in my opinion, would have been maybe call everybody together, let's say a prayer, and let's eat dinner and go home.
What is your?
I couldn't get dressed. I was supposed to go to the party. I just got off a plane from Miami at about 5:30. As soon as I hit the tarmac, I found out. I heard, and I couldn't put on makeup. I couldn't get dressed. I couldn't do anything. I was paralyzed. I couldn't do anything.
Now this one is really weird. Check this out.
Okay, this is either really cool or a little strange, but that's who you're doing business with, right? So.
What is this?
The truth hidden in plain sight.
So.
You can clone her.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, I'm literally going to do some crazy voodoo shit that I like one way. And I channel her. This is so special to me.
Consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes only.
So guys, I'm gonna do another video on these Hollywood celebrities and their shenanigans. Have you wondered why these celebrities wear these red string bracelets? Somehow these guys have got you believing that these are Kabbalah bracelets that are there to ward off evil spirits, to give them good luck, and to just ward off any evil energy. But in Hollywood, nothing is further from the truth. These guys, as you know, a lot of the times that are wearing bracelets have some sinister connotations. We all know that these Hollywood celebrities have Illuminati ties. Some bracelets are because they are symbolic. Church? Oh my gosh, you have the likes of Madonna. It's so sad that she even has a little baby. Indoctrinating their children. But that's Hollywood for you.
Actor Cory Feldman talks about how he and Corey Haim were surrounded by pedos in Hollywood. Over time, he tried to tell people what was going on in Hollywood, but as a result, he had got involved with drugs, drug addiction and stuff like that. He tried to tell people, but they wouldn't believe him. They just thought he was crazy, he was on drugs and all that stuff. But just listen to what he has to say here.
I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them.
For years now, as evidenced on Nightline in 2011, Corey Feldman has been claiming that he and his good friend, the late Corey Haim, were victims of molestation when they were young actors. Last year, he opened up to our Alex Hudgens.
Kids are scared. Kids don't think I'm gonna go. First of all, for me, the person that was doing it to me the most, I could say that the two people that did it to me were both close friends of mine, or so I thought.
Feldman claims Haim endured more than him. In his book Choreography, he alleges that Haim was raped on the set of the 1986 film Lucas. The following year, 1987, their film The Lost Boys came out.
It was when we were both on the set of Lost Boys that, you know, things were happening to both of us, you know, not from anyone on the set, might I clear that up, but, you know, outside elements.
How did people not know when these are two, or did they know and they just weren't doing anything about it?
I mean, I know he told a lot of people. That's the thing that's so upsetting to me. It's not like it's just me that knows this story.
Other people know.
A lot of people know.
They're still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
Back in 2013, on The View, Feldman was insistent that perpetrators are still out there, but says he won't name names due to statute of limitation laws in California. He also has another reason that echoes something we've heard regarding Harvey Weinstein.
From what I've seen, every time somebody tries to bring up a public name and they have a lot of money and power and a publicity machine behind them, the person who does the accusing is the one that ends up looking bad.
They would pull away the better looking younger kids and keep them for their own after party, and it would turn into a pool party. And then they'd have their rules. Oh, there's no swimsuits on in the pool.
In the wake of the Weinstein scandal, the producers of the film An Open Secret about teen sex abuse in Hollywood released the film for free on Vimeo for 9 days. Much of the film focuses on the organized system within Hollywood for grooming and then abusing children.
At the end of the day, it's gotta change.
This is a mess, a damn shame. This is one of the reasons why you hear about so many child star actors, you know, as they get older, they start doing drugs, you know, their lives are a mess, they're deleting themselves. That's what happened to his best friend, Cory Haim. After all of the stuff that he was dealing with, nobody would listen to him. He eventually deleted himself. I would not recommend anybody I know go ahead and become an actor because of the stuff that I've been hearing over the years, many years, 15, 20 years, about that industry. People that I know that are either that were in the industry or were connected to the industry have told me things. And I'm like, whoo. Well, thanks for letting me know, because now I know. But it's crazy. Nowadays, these kids, they want to be famous. They can go on social media. Okay? They're creating their own followers. They're creating their own fame. They're creating their own money by doing their skits on social media. So, you know, I would say do that. Stick to that.
You guys want to know part of the reason why Hollywood is falling? Remember back in the day, you had to know somebody or be related to somebody to be famous or be put in a movie or a music video or even be a singer, a comedian, anything. Now you don't have to know anybody. You see, a lot of individuals are becoming famous on their own, and they don't need Hollywood anymore. And Hollywood understands this. This is why they're panicking. And Hollywood is going to start falling because the individuals who are now in Hollywood, who are not connected to all these celebrities or politicians, are going to start saying the secrets that are going on. The little parties you go to, you have to sign an NDA or give a little blood. You can't put your phone in there. You have to put it in a box or something. Are told you want to make it to the next level, so things are going to happen. Yeah, everybody's going to start saying what's happening. Hollywood is no longer safe. Their secrets aren't safe anymore. And I want to thank the younger generation for making this change. You guys are doing the work. Thank you.
There's been many times in my life where I've been propositioned to get a huge role. I've lost my agency because I went to the hotel room, which I can't believe they would send me to, of a very prominent Oscar award-winning director who showed up in his robe, asked me to take my clothes off and said he needed to take Polaroids of me, and that if I did X, Y, and Z, I would be the next Marvel character. I didn't do that, and my agency fired me because I left this director's room. A lot of my other male friends have gone through with both men and women in this industry, but there's a double standard, and this is where I bring Terry Crews. Terry Crews comes out and says it, people are laughing at him. They kick him out. Why? Because he's a man that represents masculinity, and I think our society is less ready to hear that situation going on with men than they are with women, actually. Look.
We have former Disney star Orlando Brown, who talks about a lot of the weird things that goes on in Hollyweird. He also had an encounter with P. Diddy, but we're not going to talk about it at this time. But let's hear what Orlando has to say.
Industry, what you must understand is, when you do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, like I was, had no idea that these people still live. They will prey, haunt, kidnap, anything to stay on top. This is their world. They have nothing but time, is what they believe. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that since World War I, we've been taught by the Indians and all this other shit how to, take skin people and wear their faces to infiltrate the families and this, that, and the other. So now we've conquered the art of exchanging spirits, trading spirits. So it's supposed to be hard to identify. But when it comes down to it, this world of Hollywood, this wicked world is what they call it. Some people call it Hollyweird. There's a lot of things that will make you buckle, bro. They make you buckle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, cause man, people done lost their families, bro. People done lost their kids and shit. A lot of stuff done happened.
You ever heard of Panda? Like I was telling you, Panda. So you got Panda Panda is a secret code for a certain thing. And so when it comes down to that certain thing, so what it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal, you can turn a person into whatever you want them to be if you just hold them down. So pretty much when you see black eyes like Blueface and shit like that, he got beat up, but he didn't get beat up where you thought he got beat up. He got beat up somewhere else, okay? And so the eyes come out, and they call them panda eyes. And they do this so you see people with these cigars, and they're all these big celebrities, they all have the cigar in common. That's that big ass thing between their legs that they're sticking in. And it's one big society of it. Now, when they're shipping and trafficking and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials, and you're looking at the people that are missing, and they're smiling like they're happy, but they're going back to hell. I just think that, people just need to realize what they're looking at when they're watching the television. Everything is right in front of you. The revolution was televised, and don't nobody give a shit.
Hey, I want to thank you all for watching this video, especially if you made it to the end. This is normally not how long I would like to do videos, but there's a lot of content out here about this particular subject. I still have more to go, so I may even do a part 2. But again, thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, just comment on a video. Let me hear what you have to say about the subject. Take care, and see you on the next video.